everyone. Could this be the night that we might see the highly anticipated debut of Shane McMahon, the pro wrestling executive, the pro wrestling star of the Attitude Era? Could Shane McMahon be making his way to AEW in more ways than one? He's been seen with Tony Khan and executive vice presidents, the Young Bucks, the tag team champions. Could Shane McMahon be on his way to be all elite coming up? But there's going to be also, too, we're hearing reports as well that Bobby Lashley, if we can show a pic of Bobby Lashley right quick, the Hurt Business, of the formula of the Hurt Business, he be making his way to AEW as well. And MVP was talking about those deals that he was trying to bring, and the MVP slowly bringing Shelton Benjamin and himself. Could Bobby Lashley be next on the list? Man, we're talking about that coming up. We're going to get the Pro Wrestling Show started with the AEW Wrestle Dream Predict the Outcome special. It starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the AEW Wrestle Dream Predict the Outcome special. Let's get the anything that relates to Wrestle Dream coming up. This is going to be the main event right here tonight, with Bryan Danielson continue his winning ways for the AEW championship. Remember, Danielson said that if he loses the championship, he will retire. There was a lot of stuff going on with Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson keep his momentum going. Do what he needs to do and obtain the world championship tonight against Moxley. We'll talk about that a little bit later on the show. Let's get to it right here on the AEW Wrestle Dream Predict the Outcome special. Thanks for joining me right here on Pro Wrestling Show. Here on Connect. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right. Man, oh man. Wrestle Dream is here. And we're here. We're going to talk about Wrestle Dream coming up. So, let's not waste no time whatsoever. And get to this. A couple of matches that kind of hit and miss. We're talking about this. Hologram taking on the Beast Marches. Did not see this match coming. Everyone's talking about Hologram. Everyone thought Hologram was Ricochet, but that wasn't the case. Hologram could be one of the favorites. The Beast had a match against Ricochet, and everyone thought that was Ricochet. Look for a Hologram to win his match tonight over the Beast. The Beast been losing bitly tonight, but hey, that's the Beast for you. 2 out of 3 falls match just to get the show started. Well, we talk about this. Swerve Strickland, the former AEW champion, who came out of nowhere and won the championship earlier this year, winning the championship, became AEW's first black world heavyweight champion. Swerve Strickland returns, and what will be on Swerve's mind? Swerve has a lot on his plate returning. Swerve came back and brought his childhood home. I think that's what Swerve was trying to do right here. If we can show the picture right quick. Swerve being embraced by Prince Nana. Prince Nana and Swerve got Swerve his childhood home. Swerve got his childhood home that he wanted from Swerve. Well, after Swerve had endured a hell of a match against Heyman Paige, losing the match in that steel cage grudge match that they had. You can tell right, the cinder blocks right here. Man, who does cinder blocks like that? Ooh, that was just so nasty and stuff. Even to the point that Swerve tried to staple Heyman's face in his picture. And then you can tell right here, Swerve getting a dose of his medicine right here with a syringe. It was just the most distasteful thing we've seen in AEW with the syringe. But Swerve did not leave the match with that, but chair, blocks, and syringes. He just left a being battered man. Well, Swerve returns, and Swerve coming back with the aid of Prince Nana. Swerve may have some new challenges await him and stuff. We're seeing MVP. MVP made his appearance on Dynamite a couple of weeks ago. MVP started to bring out the troops. MVP brought out himself, introducing himself. We knew who he was. We knew what MVP was all about, even to the point that MVP did what he did. MVP came out there and brought along Shelton Benjamin. So Shelton Benjamin, part of AEW. There's no longer, that only means one thing. Bobby Lashley is coming to AEW, and he could be making an appearance tonight to reunite the reinforming of the Hurt Business, but they're gonna be calling themselves the Hurt Syndicate. I like Hurt Business better, but hey, they're gonna be feuding with Swerve. So it's quite interesting to see what's going to be going down with the, I'm going to call them the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business and Swerve, they're going to be feuding going forward. So hey, we're going to look forward to seeing then how that's going to react to. Speaking of that, Darby Allen is in action. Darby Allen takes on Brody Lee. These two men are, it's like David versus Goliath. Darby Allen got himself involved when Darby Allen had a title shot. He gave to John Moxley. We'll talk about that. What happened when he lost his opportunity to John Moxley. John Moxley. Darby Allen wants to regroup and refocus. One thing about Darby Allen, he's resilient. He is that. So you got to wonder, is Darby Allen next in line? Does Darby Allen wants to go for the world championship and stuff, or what? Darby Allen set his sights on Brody King. We're going to see Big Bad Brody King take on Darby Allen 1-on-1. Brody King and Darby Allen go 1-on-1. Look for Darby Allen to win over Brody King, and Darby Allen getting the win over Brody. And this probably help propel Darby to get probably reunite, get his match against Moxley if Moxley becomes the world champion. That's the difference right there. Moxley wins the world championship. That's what a lot of people want to see, is Moxley win the world championship. So hey, that could be a possibility. But look for Darby Allin to defeat Big Brother Lee, Brody King. I meant to say. Also, too, Heyman Paige goes against Jay White. Heyman Paige, we told you that he was in a match against Swerve. Heyman did all he could to destroy Swerve, and he did. He did so, doing what he doing to destroy, and Heyman Page getting the win. But Heyman Page had a lot of people neglecting him. They didn't want nothing to do with him. He even had Jeff Jarrett. He had a couple of minutes with Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett just trying to tell him right from wrong. Even to his crew members, the Dark Order, they didn't want nothing to do with him. Heyman Page is a man on his own, a lonely man on his own. I just hope he knows what he's doing, know how he can get those emotions and get ticking and stuff. But Heyman Page, uh, it could be a possibility, but look for Heyman Page to defeat Jay White tonight. He gets major revenge over Jay White tonight. Well, speaking of that, the Learning Trees, Chris Jericho is in action tonight. Chris Jericho goes against Mark Briscoe. Chris Jericho vying for his second Ring of Honor World title. Chris Jericho wants a shot at the Ring of Honor title. And Chris Jericho with this facade to say a lot. Jericho put AEW on the map when he was the first inaugural world champion. Chris Jericho has a problem with Mark Briscoe. But we know Chris Jericho and Mark Briscoe will have to settle the differences in the ring coming up. And Jericho down talking Mark Briscoe, even said something personal to Mark Briscoe, saying that if Jay was around, that he wouldn't mount to nothing. Saying he liked the Jay better than him. There was an insult right there. I think Jericho's going to pay one way or another. I think Jericho's going to get what's coming to him sooner rather than later. That's one thing I can say about Jericho. Jericho likes to entice these feuds, even to the point he was in a feud with Orange Cassidy, wearing that damn Godfather awful shirt that he wore. They trying to stick it to Orange Cassidy, and doing what he did. I think Orange Cassidy going to lead the proper way, the primrose path, and Jericho could leave Washington, Tacoma, Washington, as a champion once again, becoming the second time the Ring of Honor champion once again. So Chris Jericho could win, and Chris Jericho could have his moment in the sun by doing what he needs to do. Don't underestimate Jericho. Jericho will find a way to win. That's always been Jericho's mantra. Find a way to win. Winning one way or another. Jericho could get the job done quite handsomely and become a two-time Ring of Honor champion. See that he in that way coming up. Also, too, Jungle Boy Jack Perry defends his TNT championship against Kazuchika Shibata. Shibata getting this golden opportunity of winning the TNT championship. Shibata and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I like calling himself Jungle Boy Jack Perry, but it kind of resonate that he doesn't want to be referred as Jungle Boy Jack Perry anymore. He's just the scapegoat, Jack Perry. And him being a scapegoat for quite some time, Jack Perry. You don't know what the relationship between him and the Bucks and everybody else going on with that, with Jack Perry and stuff. That everybody is coming after Jack Perry. Jack Perry has his own problems. I think Jack Perry was trying to get to the world championship, but Jack Perry doing his own thing, and I think that's what it's going to be. Jack Perry will win over Shibata. Look for Jack Perry to get the win, and Jack Perry will go on to do what he does best, being Jack Perry. Bro, Mariah May, the AEW Women's Champion, set to defend her championship against number one contender, Willow Nightingale. Like I said, Mariah May maybe have to rely on her resources. And Mariah May won the championship at All Out. This is her, I guess, defense, her title defense against the likes of Willow Nightingale. Willow Nightingale may have to realize Mariah May is a huge threat. You haven't seen Toni Storm in quite some time. After Toni Storm lost the championship, Mariah May has been a thorn in everybody's side, including Tony Schiavone. And Schiavone called her, you know, the B word. I thought the legendary broadcaster was a little bit more respectful. But he's not respectful to Mariah May, calling her a B. Mariah May have to get her ducks in the row. After she's going to have to defend the championship against Willow Nightingale, Mariah May have to settle for that and get herself ready. And Mariah May getting herself to the opportunity of that Willow Nightingale came out there and attacked Mariah May. Willow sent a message of her own that she is gunning for Mariah May, that she wants to be the AEW Women's Champion, and she has to do what she has to do to knock her out. Willow Nightingale setting herself up for her match tonight. If she has to do what she has to do to win, she's going to do it. We'll see how that's going to go in the match between Willow and Mariah May coming up. So look for Mariah May to retain her AEW Women's Championship in her title defense and stuff, to get herself up and get herself ready for opportunity of a lifetime. Also, too, the 0 Hour. Brian Cage challenging Atlantis Jr. for the for the Ring of Honor television championship. I think to be quite honest, I'm kind of like all these pundits. I'm like the only thing you can see on Ring of Honor is just Honor Club. You might well just go ahead and kill that brand because no one. I mean, Ring of Honor is good, but no one's watching unless you put Ring of Honor on Ring of Honor on YouTube or something. That's the only way you're gonna really maximize your profits, to be honest. But hey, Tony Khan knows something that we all don't know. I hope he gets gets something out the deal, but it just ain't clicking to me. Ring of Honor is not it's not a brand, but hey, knows something that I don't know. But if I was him, I would kind of put that like he got it on ringhonor.com Honor Club, but it was not on Honor Club. Put it on YouTube. Be honest. Make it like a YouTube property or something. That's what I would do. Hey, nor here nor there, but look for Atlantis Jr. to defeat Brian Cage. Brian Cage has potential to become world champion. They're just not pushing him to what he needs to be. Oh, don't know Brian Cage, but hey, who knows? Speaking of that, what a triple threat match for the international championship. Will Ospreay set to defend the international title against the highly flying newcomer superstar Ricochet. Ricochet coming to AEW as well as Takeshi Kanasa. This match right here is going to really steal the show, to be honest with you. It's going to be a still singing match tonight between Ricochet, Ospreay, and Takeshi. Well, we told you this. Ricochet making his rounds coming to AEW after leaving WWE, and Ricochet doing that. Ricochet looking for some gold, looking to prove himself, looking to go on his own rather than being comfortable in WWE. You know, Ricochet wants to go out there and prove that he can go out there and do it himself. Ricochet has been winning press and win against Lotus Bull. Ricochet wants to do that as well. But Will Ospreay on the other end trying to focus on other things rather than the tag team situation. Will Ospreay might have to focus on Ricochet and a host of others. Will Ospreay, I think down the road, Will Ospreay and Kyle will feud. It'll be Kyle and Will Ospreay feuding. You're gonna have Don Callis to blame to severe that relationship. Told you this past week on Dynamite was this. Don Callis revealed himself to be the man that put a bounty on Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay didn't like that one bit, and Will Ospreay wanted to take his aggression out on Don Callis, saying that Don Callis got rid of Kenny Omega for him. Now he's gonna get rid of Ricochet for Takeshi and stuff, which it kind of perfectly makes sense. But like I said, this match is gonna be real exciting. Match gonna be going out the buzz. But between these two men that gave us the match that everyone's been buzzing about talking about, I want to see that match again. Ricochet and Will Ospreay from Pro Wrestling Noah way back in the day. That's going to be an exciting match to see. But I want to look at it one more time. We might get another match from them, but the first match in the AEW match ended with no DQ, but it really didn't settle the war and settle the score. Well, this time, hopefully, we get a conclusion of Ospreay and Ricochet. Look for Ospreay to retain his championship and go on, and he'll move on from Takeshi and Ricochet. So looking forward to seeing that as well. Being that made that Will Ospreay take Takeshi out and they'll have a feud down the road. All right, we get to this. The main event. The main event will be Bryan Danielson set to defend his championship against Jon Moxley. Danielson and Moxley go for the championship. Once again, Moxley going for his fourth or fifth AEW title. And Moxley, as late, coming back and returning He's like AEW's go-to guy. When they have a problem, they call Moxley. And Moxley does deliver for them. Moxley has always delivered for AEW. Moxley was their pandemic champion throughout their pandemic and stuff. And Moxley has been the standard bearer for quite some time. And I think one thing about John Moxley, he's going to deliver. You don't at least expect it. One thing about John Moxley. I think what Moxley brings to the table, Moxley does as consider him like the face of AEW, to be honest with you. He's been around for quite some time, AEW. He never squandered and never left AEW. He never said nothing bad about AEW. What Ospreay has been doing. What Ospreay coming back and returning to back to AEW wants to do so, doing what he needs to do. But the thing is this. What Ospreay, not Ospreay, but John Moxley said to defend the championship. And one thing about Moxley, Moxley's going to get what he needs to get. Moxley has been saying quite some time riddles. He's been talking out his head and talking out everything else. Moxley saying that a greater power is coming. Many people are believing that. A lot of folks are saying that Shane McMahon could be that greater power that Moxley has been mentioning for a couple of weeks. But Shane has been around the internet circulating with pics of Tony Khan and him having a meeting of the minds and also taking a picture with Executive Vice Presidents, the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. Could Shane McMahon be the mastermind, the corporate of coming to AEW and being all elite? We could see Shane McMahon, Bobby Lashley, a host of others coming to AEW, making some noise and helping that brand out because AEW needs a stiff shot in the arm. And Moxley could get him that shot in the arm. But looming around too is Christian. Christian waiting to see who he's going to cash it in on. Could cash it in on Brian. With Brian, who knows what Daniel Bryan's going to do, how they're going to be. But John Moxley getting himself together and he had to set himself up with also Brian Danielson doing that to Nigel McGuinness, taking down Nigel McGuinness as well. But Moxley has brought his toe. He had got his fellow Bad Pool Combat Club members, Cesaro and Serena Brazier, who's now a new addition to the team. There's that. We don't know what Moxley's going to do, but Brian Danielson, this could be his moment to retire. If he loses, he's going to retire full time. That's it for him. That's it for him. But this is a high stake match for a lot of folks, even to the point that what's going to go down and how it's going to be going forward. But I mean, even Willow, I got some signs that he might turn on Brian Danielson and join the group to get him back together. But it's a lot going on, and even that time when Moxley did try to take Darby Allen's his spot, and he did, and he defeated him. Then he was saying the same stuff over and over again on the greater power and what this greater power was going to do. I mean, everything is just coming out and about, even to the point that Moxley, even doing it to who, to Jungle Boy and the rest of them and stuff. So it's a lot to stake. I had a lot to think about, like who's gonna win this. Look for Moxley to win, but Moxley is not gonna win. Not gonna be leaving empty-handed. I'll tell you that right now. That's one thing about Moxley. Moxley is not gonna leave empty-handed. He's gonna find a way to win and find a measure way to win. This could be Brian's last moment in the sun. We can see that being the moment of him retiring. He gonna still wrestle, but it just won't be the same. And you can tell right here, Brian going after John Moxley right here, taking him down and stuff, trying to choke him and stuff, trying to get the action out. But Look for John Moxley to win and win back the AEW championship for the fourth time in his illustrious career. Win the AEW title. All right. I made my predictions. I predicted that tonight we will see a glimpse of Shane McMahon in AEW. He's gonna be appearing some way, somehow tonight. And two, we're gonna see the Hurt Business reunite, the reformation of the Hurt Business. MVP, Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin, all of them gonna come out, do what they need to do. All right. Thank you for watching. The Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Wrestle Dream Predict the Outcome Special Predictions. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. We'll see you Sunday morning for the AEW review show. What I thought, did all my reviews come true or not? We're going to see. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later.